Hello?
Hello.
Greetings. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, everybody. It has been a week. And honestly, it's been, I was gonna say it's been a pretty good week, but I was like, wait, there were some things that came out. So, maybe a little bit not good, but a little bit good, actually. Mostly good. So, did you want to talk about The Last of Us? The TV series, because it is, based off of a video game that everyone, and season 2 came out, so it's going to follow The Last of Us Part 2, and everyone loved that, right? So it's like, can't wait. Uh, and it's just really funny because Neil Druckmann was like, oh, the gamers didn't like The Last of Us Part 2. I bet if we made it into a TV series, normal people were gonna love this is gonna love this storyline. Gamers don't understand, cinema. Lo and behold, season 2 of The Last of Us comes out, and turns out everyone hated it as well. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Everyone hated it. Good job, Neil. Great. Isn't this great? Everyone hates it. So there's that. Um Oh yeah, Expedition 33 that came out. Everyone's praising the crud out of that game. To be perfectly honest, I haven't played it yet.
hmm Yeah, I've been looking at it. I've been tracking it. It looks really cool. I'm like very interested in it, but I haven't had time to actually like sink my teeth into it in any way, shape, or form yet.
Yeah. Things have been going on in the background for me, so it's like I haven't really been able to like get my hands on it, but I've heard
hmm
a lot of people like saying it's literally a masterpiece. The story's amazing, the gameplay's amazing, like the world's amazing. And I was like, wow, okay, that's like really good praise. And not only that, the developer decided to sell the game at a discount on launch. How crazy is that? They decided to sell it at a discount. No game's ever done that as far as I know. Especially in the AAA or AA industry. I've never heard of people like discount day one. Expedition. Let me Is it still at a discount or is this? Yeah, it's at 10%. It's $50, but at a discount it's like $45, which is actually pretty great considering how messed up the pricing is for most games. You're selling this game that's actually it seems like a pretty decent experience with beautiful graphics and beautiful gameplay for $50. That's a steal. For stuff nowadays, that's a steal, dude. You're definitely getting your money's worth when it comes to this game apparently. Uh yeah, very positive reviews. Someone says, I can't remember ever being so emotional at a game. Everything is just mesmerizing and it sucks you in. You won't be able to think about anything else for that time playing this piece of art and listening to this wonderful soundtrack. Wow, that's a really great praise. Such a great game proves what can be done in a climate of stale and safe cookie cutter games. Absolutely worth a play and should be supported. Wow, everyone's like really praising this game. I gotta play it at some point, apparently. Oh, I know that streamer lady. She's really pretty. Ignore me.
hmm
Anyways, I'm just looking at their Steam page. But yeah, like I really want to get. It's like I feel like we're making things are changing, Sib. You know?
Is that the same? I saw somebody streaming it earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, I know this. I know the person who was streaming it then. I don't know if it's the same person streaming it now. So I'm gonna check it out
Hi,
while you
Lazy Clay
mention that,
Gamer. Hey
which is
everyone,
no.
how's your weekend so far? Pretty good. I want both Expedition 33 and Oblivion remastered. Lady Reaver, Magikarp, why did you change your name to Agnicarp? Why did you change
Oh
your
yes,
name? How am I
I
supposed to
know.
recognize you?
I know this. I know this streamer too on the Steam main
Oh yeah,
page
I've seen
for
her
yeah,
clips with
her
Baldur's
clips
Gate
from
3.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah,
Yeah.
hilarious,
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious. Love her to death. Yep. But yeah, no, it is doing really well.
Such a placeholder name. That's what all AAA companies say. It was just a placeholder. I'm still picturing it. Dude, imagine like the reason why games suck is because it was a placeholder for AAA games. No, guys, you don't understand. It was a placeholder. That's not the actual game. uh, I never said that, did I? I don't know. I don't know. Did you say that? I don't know. I have a memory of a goldfish. Anyways, but yeah, uh, was it? My boss was able to get me a copy of Oblivion, so uh, did you guys want me to just do like streams on the Triple S League channel? Cause like
Yeah,
I
we
could,
could.
I was like I could do that. Next week, next week. Hmm. I'm trying to see if I can dual stream on like on my YouTube channel as well as your YouTube channel. I don't know. It's gonna be an experiment. We'll see. Hopefully my PC doesn't crash, but we'll see. Oh yeah, so there was actually an update for the Palworld and Pokemon lawsuit, which I found very fascinating. So they, I think the Palworld devs were, was it? I think the Palworld devs were paying attention to some of the YouTuber commentary, and I think they took some of the advice because what Palworld decided to do against Nintendo was to point out all the times that was it other games have used similar mechanics that Nintendo is alleging that Palworld used. And Palworld saying, okay, but before you started suing us and made patents, other
Mm,
people were doing the same thing. So why are you only going at us and not them? And so they're making it more of a targeted attack issue, and they're making all these like take was it this evidence of like there was all these mods in Dark Souls that used Pokemon capture and stuff, and then there was all these other games that use similar mechanics of riding a steed and stuff. And it's like, why are you only coming after us when other gaming people also use the same mechanics? Weird, strange. But yeah, I was like, oh, they're fighting back hard. And honestly, Nintendo deserves it. Nintendo needs to be humbled because I feel like their ego kind of inflated a bit. Uh, Evidence showing of them raising their freaking games to $100 on Switch 2 is like kind of a dead giveaway to like how much they we think we did it at a reasonable price on how we think our product should be priced. It's like, get your head out of your butt. No one's gonna pay $100 for a game that they already own and they bought at a cheaper price that they can just play on their Switch that they got at a cheaper price. Is this like a market strategy to like promote the Switch? Is that what this is? That's what it feels like. Lazy Clay Gamer said, even though the gaming industries are facing a lot of scrutiny over years, thankfully, we also are getting a lot of amazing games from developers who truly care about what they're making, who truly want to make games as art, not garbage made for money alone. Yeah, that's what I love about this is that it's a competitive market, and if you're seen to be lacking, people will go elsewhere. Yo ho, Pirate's Life for me. Uh, yeah, playing Pirates is great. It's not in that way that you think. Ha ha ha. Anyways, not the other type of. I don't know what you're talking about. Not the other type of. Anyways, Baldur's Gate 3. The Larian Studios. Um, Oh wait, did you have anything to say about the Palworld?
It's their Nintendo might lose this one. They really might. Like they're getting really close. Like honestly, they are getting very very close to losing this one from the kind of the fact centered concept way of looking at it. Because what they have been doing, what they've done, is they've kind of like said, "Oh yeah, no, we own all of these things," and I think they've overstretched their grasp a little bit, which is something that they always were going to do on this lawsuit because they don't own the original ideas on the art for those characters. They already borrowed quite heavily from what is it, Monster Quest? I think it's Monster Quest.
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest. Sorry, Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest. And that's been proven for a long time. Like, and the fact that they even sued Palworld is really gross because they have borrowed a ton from other gaming systems out there. Hello, Paper Mario. Hello, Mario Kart. Hello, all these other things that they did not invent that thing for. Like, I mean, it's just, it really smacks of just really terrible arrogance. And I really dislike them for doing this. And I wish that I wish they would be way more like, Bethesda and say, hey, we don't own these systems. Like nobody can own gameplay systems. Like, if you like the game, buy it. If you don't, don't.
Yes.
I would throw Larian in there too because Larian is being like Larian and Sven is being so ignominious. I can't English today. They're being so kind with reaching out, like with modders reaching out saying, "Hey, we want to do this," and like obviously, yeah, there's a difference between a mod and somebody making their own game, but
Oh yeah,
it's
Wizards
like
of the
it's
Coast.
the art of the matter, right? It's the
Yeah.
art of the matter, and companies like those, they understand this, they get this, they get it. You know
I
what
mean,
Bethesda, Microsoft,
I don't think
and
Wizards of
to
the Coast got it.
yeah, no, they didn't. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's Larian. Larian's not Wizards of the Coast. It's
Yeah.
so many people who still don't really understand that those are two completely different companies that have no, that the only connection between them is Baldur's Gate 3, and that was a licensed deal. So it's like, but no, like if you look at, or if you check out um Oblivion, we're gonna talk about this. There are people out there right now who are working on Skyblivion. Skyblivion is not something that is being thrown under the bus or being destroyed or being sent stop orders or all this kind of stuff, because Bethesda's like, no, that's not what we do. But you'd think that if Microsoft had been planning this for a while and they were like, oh yeah, hey, and we want to make sure that nobody else comes out with a different version of Oblivion remade in the Skyrim engine. We don't want that because that might impact our sales with this. And even right now, it's like there was an interview done with the guys with the team that's behind Sky Oblivion, and they're like, "What do you guys think of the Oblivion remaster that's come out?" And they're like, "We're super excited to play it. We're super stoked." And yes, we're continuing to work on our version. And Microsoft was like, "Yeah, no, they can keep doing their thing. We think it's great." And again, it's like that's nothing but positive news. Whereas Nintendo is like has become this weird like miser sitting in the corner going, you will give us your money and you will not do anything to interrupt our money. And it's like, oh, okay, that's weird and gross.
Hi, Narlucha. Narlucha says at least they're not Rockstar. At least they're not. Right. Well, dude, I heard a story about Rockstar like Trojan horsing this one online multiplayer mod for Grand Theft Auto 5. Like they just like Trojan horse that thing. Like they infiltrated it. They said, "Hey, how about we like buy it from you?" And they're from the mod, from the like first they tried to take the mod down, and uh was it the modder was so nice. He was like, "You know what? Okay, fine. This is fine." But then people missed it, so he brought it back. And then people freaking showed up. I can't remember if it's, yeah, was it allegedly some PIs showed up at the modder's house. They're like, we want you to cease and desist any type of modding for this game. And it really freaked him out because they obviously knew info about him that, was a lot of info that would get you scared. And they obviously intimidate him allegedly, because that's kind of illegal, allegedly. And but what ended up happening was he ended up making a team, and then I watched this video like last week, but I can't remember all the details because so much happened. But he made a team, and then to help with the mod, and then just renamed the mod, and then Rockstar. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe it was Rockstar, right, that did this. But Rockstar's like, hey, let's actually work together, and then they got access to the mod, like the system that everyone loved. It was what was this? I can't remember what the system was. Sorry, please forgive me. I'm not very good at technical stuff. But it just made like inventory and stuff easier, and it just made
Mm-hmm.
like playing Grand Theft Auto online like really more streamlined and like really easy, and everyone loved the mod. And Rockstar comes in, they're like, hey, we want you on our team. Because obviously, you can't get rid of this mod. Everyone freaking loves it in the community. So they're like, you know what? Can't beat them, join them. So Rockstar's like, hey, how about we hire you to actually be on the team? Apparently there's like some drama going on in the team that the original modder like I wouldn't say hired, but the original team that he made, there's like some drama going on in there. And then Rockstar introduced another team, I believe, and so they had to work with another team plus the drama that was going on, only to find out like one of his teammates like was working with the other team, and like they like took the code, or they had more access to the code, or something happened where it's like they ended up pushing out the original modders who made the mod, and then Rockstar just taking the mod, putting it in the online version, but then just selling it at a price instead of it being like a free mod that everyone has access to. They just put it behind a paywall. And I was like, that is the most scummiest shit I have ever heard. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, I'm never trusting a publishing company. Oh my god. Like, that was such a sneaky thing to do. Like, they just like snuck their way in just to gain access to their source code, and then just implement it to sell back to users. I was like, that's so scummy.
Yeah, that's and I mean, yeah, that I have words for those people. But you're 100% right. It is really really gross. It is really really disgusting. What we see other people do, what these companies do, it's really nasty. And yeah, yeah, no, 100% get it. This is not what we want to see going forward by these big corpos when it comes to projects like this. And they say all kinds of garbage about like, oh well, it's our right or whatever, blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah,
uh
you're kind of, yeah, that's kind of gross. Like,
yeah, like I just don't understand, because some of this isn't this code kind of like easy to access. So it's like,
yeah, it is.
how is it
And I
the modder's fault when you make it like easy for modder? Like what?
Well, it's
That's
not only that. It's
insanity.
like, so the modding scene in GTA Online is absolutely massive,
Mm-hmm.
and yet all those mods are technically illegal, and they do
Mm.
take down requests all the time for it.
Mm.
But they have made hundreds of millions of dollars off of people continuing to play the game strictly via the modding stuff. Activision Blizzard did this a few years ago before they got bought out by Microsoft, and they had they did some they created a new tool that found people using mods that they didn't know about before, like not add-ons, actual mods. And so they ran the program and they're like, okay, we can catch all the people running mods. So, that's modifying the game in some way, shape, or form. And so they started to like basically, they started to draw the noose close. They ran the program and it started to like ban people. And in the first like hour they banned like 10,000 people, and they're like, wow, we're getting rid of so many bots, like this is so cool. And they were so happy about this. They're like, oh, this is going really, really good. This is super awesome. And then the next hour, like I don't know how exactly long it was, but it's like then they looked at it again and it had banned like 500,000 people. And they're like, oh wow,
Oh.
that's a lot. And then they looked at it again. It was like getting close to 1 million. And it was like, this is the majority of our player base. This is really bad. And what they discovered is that the machine wasn't banning people running mods that were, designed to cheat the game engine. What was happening is that the people being caught for, air quotes, cheating were not using this for cheating. They were just modifying the base game to make the game look better. So there's like mods that do like enhanced graphics, like bump up the graphics in the game, change the graphics in the game, that kind of stuff. And that got caught in with the rest of the thing too. So they backtracked immediately. They said, we're reversing all the bans. We're really, really sorry. They fine tuned it a little bit more and found the ones that people were actually using and doing like bad stuff with. And then they were like, we fixed this. We're so sorry. This is this was completely unintended to have this happen. And then they backtrack that. That's not what these other companies do. And it's key among them a certain 2K, where they don't give a rat's butt about the players or anything like that. So it's all about the money. They don't care about the modding scene. They don't care about the people playing this kind of stuff, doing this kind of stuff. And again, it's just like dumb, like so dumb, like just
Yeah.
it's so sad that it goes this way, but that's that's what they're doing. But yeah, problematic to say the least.
Thank you, Magikarp.
Very problematic.
Did the modder get paid for that? I assume they paid him for the work that he did at Rockstar. But he didn't even last that long, and so I'm sure they weren't very, it was no skin off their back to pay him for his work there, because like I said, they weren't going to keep him long anyways. Was it plans? I'm not saying it was plans, because you never know in this type of business, people come and go, so allegedly. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that was in the past. We must, I mean, it's definitely a scar on their past, but we must look to the future. As in Bethesda and, Expedition 33, but mostly Bethesda coming out with a remaster of Oblivion. And what was crazy about it is that people have been talking about this for years. They have been talking about it for years. They've been saying that there's been leaks, there's been rumors, everyone's saying it's coming, it's coming. It's only a matter of time, but every time everyone was disappointed. So it's like the boy who cried wolf situation. And then what happened? Did they have just a freaking leaks drop, and it's like Oblivion. Allegedly it was Oblivion. What can I say allegedly? Because it turned out to be true. There was leaks blowing up all over Twitter of Oblivion remastered, and the graphics look amazing and stuff. And everyone's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then there was a live stream, and then during the live stream, they just dropped Oblivion for $50, bro. $50. It's a remake. They could have made it like 70. They could have made it 80. They could have made it 90. They did it for $50, bro. They did it for $50, bro. Do you know that how crazy that is? That's crazy. But it goes to show how much they know the state of the industry right now. I have to say. I have to applaud them for that. They know the state of the industry. For them to be like, was it, we can't sell it at the normal price. We have to do it that will garner interest, you know? And it's like, I just, you love to see it. You love to see it. It's happening, guys. We're seeing it happen, unfold before our eyes. I kept saying that they can't keep doing this. I kept saying that it's not sustainable. And look, someone bit the bullet, Nintendo, and raised the prices to absurd heights. And look, it developed competitive pricing. And now we're seeing games sold at a cheaper price. Let's be honest, they should have been sold at a cheaper price from the beginning. But look at it now. Like it's great. This is great. This is amazing. I can't wait to see what other gaming, cuz like, do you know how weird this actually puts the gaming industry into a weird position. Do you realize that? Cuz now you have the two different types of, now you made two different types of factions. There's the gaming companies who sell games at $100 overpriced as shit. And then you have gaming companies who sell at a reasonable price. That is what's happening right now. This is like blowing my mind because I thought all gaming companies would be behind the $100 bandwagon, but no. Bethesda comes out and be like, yeah, we made a remake, but it's like affordable, and it's like you just come out and say, yeah, it's pretty affordable. And like now it's just literally split the, like, it has split the AAA faction in two. So it's like, okay, so where does this leave us? This is so, like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. I feel like giddy. Like, I don't know. This is so, like, came out of left field. Like, I wasn't expecting Oblivion. No one was expecting Oblivion to come out. It's like crazy. And then it just drops all casual, like. They're like, yeah, no big deal. We made Oblivion remaster, no big deal. For $50. That's crazy. In this economy, in this state of the industry, $50 DLC. $50. Like, they released the game with full enhanced graphics, enhanced gameplay. Okay, I wouldn't say like totally enhanced, but they corrected some of the gameplay. They corrected some of the things that people had issues with, like some of the magic systems and like the sword fighting and like hitting enemies and stuff. They did actually make some changes so that it's a little bit better, but they also made it stay the same to the point where, like, if you're a new player, you can enjoy the new, like, you can just enjoy the whole thing. But if you're an old school player, you can enjoy the new stuff, but also enjoy the old things that kept you coming back to Oblivion, you know? And not only that, they also add into the game all the DLC content. I wasn't going to say for free, but technically it is for free because you're not paying out the ass for the extra content. You're just getting all the extra content plus the base game for $50. And that's like over 100 hours of worth of gameplay. That's crazy. That's insanity. That's crazy, dude. But here I am gushing about it because it's just like very healthy for the industry, in my opinion, that this happens. But I am just, was it, a bystander when it comes to Oblivion. How do you feel, Saib? Because you're more of a Bethesda fan than I am.
Yeah, it's I really think Bethesda is doing like good now. It's like, yes, people don't like Starfield. I totally get that. Starfield is not for everybody. Is it janky and could it be better considering that it is like, it's NASA punk, right? NASA punk is a very like, it's like actually this is really good because I was just talking about somebody about this. But so it's like in the writing world and even in the TV show world for like, books and popular media and stuff like that, you don't have a lot of fan, like there's a diehard fandom, but it's really small when you look at the numbers, and nothing of it ever really does that well, and that's steampunk. I love steampunk. I think it's so cool. You know who else likes steampunk? About like 0.5% of the population that reads and does stuff. That's about how big your market is, which is big in the grand scope of the world for the most part, but it's not nearly as big as you would like it to be if you're selling books. And so that's essentially that, to me. That's what's been going on with the whole Starfield, like NASA punk thing. It's like, yeah, no, it's genuinely really good. It legitimately is, in the form of like what it is, which is not a perfect product, to you know to say the least. Obviously, it's not the perfect product, but still, it's like, it's like, it's better than nothing. It's better than the crap that we're getting from some companies who are like, hey, we heard that you like this. We heard that you like team-based shooters, so we made Concord.
Ugh, God.
Stuff like that. But just overall, like, I would say that from a perspective, it's like looking at what Bethesda is currently putting out and what they're doing. It's like, yeah, you can criticize the game for not having the deep fluidity of other video games and other things that people want to have and all this kind of stuff. You can say that, but it comes down to like, do people still like the game? Do people still like have fun playing the game? And
Mm.
that's what everything boils down to. Is like, it's this is what people want to spend their time playing with, and that's totally fine. So yeah, it's kind of like right now, like looking at Bethesda, I would say that I think they're doing better than other companies, and they're most certainly, as my earlier example said, they're certainly doing way better when it comes to the legal stuff, right? It's like there are people that there are big companies that are intentionally screwing over the average player for the sake of bumping, a line go up, right? It's like
Yeah.
line go up, line go up. And Bethesda's not doing that. I mean, Oblivion, I guarantee you, at some point over the next like couple of years, somebody will do a similar release, probably like EA or Take Two. They'll do a similar release of one of their games in this like remake fancy way of doing it, and they'll charge $100 for the game. Bethesda didn't charge $100 for the game; they charged 50. Like, that's below even the current price.
I,
Like, that's amazing, isn't
yeah.
it?
And
So like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do realize that they're doing this to get player trust back after, Starfield. And let's not forget also the backlash with the DLC and all that. Like there is like they're getting some, I think they're getting some deserved player trust back, obviously, because it's selling well and everyone's like diving into Oblivion. Like everyone's really excited for this game. And honestly, yeah, it's well deserved. They did a good job. Good job, Bethesda. I'm very proud of you. You took a long, hard look in the mirror, and they knew that fans were going to be very excited for this. And you took a long, hard look in the mirror, and you're like, should we sell it at a higher price, the normal price, quote unquote normal price, or at a more affordable price? And they went with the more affordable price, and they won so much. They won so much player trust back. Can they keep this up? Is the main question. That's what I want
yeah,
to
yeah,
know.
obviously, it's like we got the new Elder Scrolls game that is going to be coming out, and I'm going to say that it's probably going to come out in the next 3 years.
If
Like,
it if
part of
it's
me,
if it's $60, I wouldn't bat an eye at that. Like I'd be like, you know what? Okay, fair. It's a new game. It's a new game. I'm sure it's gonna have hundreds of hours of content. $60. I think that's like not too high. Slightly higher than the Oblivion remake, but not too high. You know what I mean? Like absurdly high. That games are nowadays. I think $60 would, maybe 70 is a little bit pushing it, but I think 60 or 70 would be a reasonable price, I think. But if they go anywhere near 100, if they go anywhere near 100, we're gonna have some talks, Bethesda. All that hard, like, do you really want to risk losing all that hard won, player trust?
Yeah, I hope I like I said, I hope not. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And then Narlucha said, "It's not crazy. It's just a reasonable deal." See, that's the problem. That's the problem with the state of the industry these last few years. They don't care about giving you a fair deal. They don't care about that. They just want you to pay out the butt for their products. I can't say all of them are poopy, but they want you to pay out the butt for them. I'm just glad. I'm just glad that this happened. I'm glad that Oblivion is making such a huge comeback for Bethesda. I'm glad that Expedition 33 is coming out, hitting all the check marks, and not in that way, not in the DEI way. I mean, they're hitting all the check marks as in being a good game, like great storytelling, great artistry, great world building, great gameplay. I don't know if I said that already. Like, very well written characters. Like, that's what you want from games, is like just good quality, And not only that, they're at reasonable prices, dude. Do you know how rare that is? That is so exceptionally rare in this industry. You only see that mostly in indie studios, where indie games. To be fair, Expedition 33 is an indie studio, but this feels, well, I can't really say that. I was gonna say it feels like a AAA experience, but I don't know if I want to say push it that far, especially when I haven't even played the game yet. But it is a very good quality experience, and you're getting it at a decent price. And they could have pushed the game to be sold at 70 at least. Like, they could have pushed it to be 70. Instead, they fucking sell it at a discount. Day one. They sell it at a discount. Oh my god, dude. Like, that is so rare. Because it's so sad, but it's gotten to the point where games are getting more and more unaffordable. People are being more picky and choosy about what they buy. They have to weigh their options of either buying a game or going or paying for gas, or going to the groceries, or getting groceries, or like paying rent and stuff. They have to actually actively start making decisions, like play a game or afford basic life essentials, like it's getting to that point. And I love that devs are aware of that. At least more honorable devs are aware of that, and they're bringing down the price to be more affordable. Be like, hey gamers, we see you. And yeah, it's just nice to be seen. It feels nice to be taken care of. All right, it feels nice. It feels good. All right. Thank you, Bethesda, for doing this at least. And then thank you, the devs who made Expedition 33. We appreciate you guys. Like, for real. Like, and they deserve their successes. They deserve their successes. If you treat your customers good, we treat you good back. How is that so hard to comprehend? Why is that so hard to do? If you treat your customers well, like, we're going to buy your stuff. That's how this works. Like, what? Like, oh my god, a healthy symbiotic relationship. Who could have foreseen? Like, it's so crazy that that's such a rare thing nowadays,
It really is. It's so crazy.
Agnacarp says, people like to dig in Microsoft and Xbox for not having interesting exclusives or consoles, but at least they try to be player friendly. I mean, yeah, that's been Xbox's like whole shtick is like being the affordable console, being making affordable games, you know? Uh PlayStation's always been slightly more expensive from my understanding. I don't play PlayStation, so I wouldn't really understand all that. But I'm an Xbox fangirl, so uh there are now two sides of the spectrum. Though to be fair, this was hyped up and is a remaster, not a new game, so they probably knew it would sell well. See, that's the thing, Magikarp. Okay, take Nintendo for example. They come out with a new console, the Switch 2, and this is what Bethesda could have done. Nintendo comes out with a new console, and they're like, you know what? We even have enhanced versions of Breath of the Wild, but you gotta pay $90 for it. But you gotta pay
Yeah.
$90,
This,
and
I guarantee you, but Nintendo's gonna do like the same like thing here, where they're gonna like take this like engine skin, they're gonna slap it over top of the original Breath of the Wild. It's gonna make Breath of the Wild look absolutely stunning and amazing, and then they're gonna charge $125 for it.
yeah.
Going, yeah, but it's the best game of the year, and oh yeah, and you have to buy the brand new console for it. It's like, I know this is going to happen. Like, we know this is going to happen. Like, this is going to happen for sure. And it's dumb and it's annoying and it's stupid. But you know what? Yeah, probably gonna happen. So yeah.
What's also
Uh
what's also annoying is that not only did they raise the price on an old game, but if you want to play it in the remaster version, you have to pay. You have to pay. Like, if you already own the game, you have to pay for the enhanced version. Which is so messed up because at least, I don't know who did this, but at least someone, if there was an enhanced version, if you previously owned the game and there's an enhanced version, you just get like, I think CDPR did this for The Witcher 3. Like, they came out with an enhanced version of The Witcher 3 and they're like, hey, if you already own the game, you can just download the enhanced edition, and then they didn't charge you for that. The one thing CDPR did right. Like, I think CDPR did that. I can't remember.
mhm.
But I like some people have good customer service, all right? Some people do some really good customer service. But then you have Nintendo who's like, you have to pay out the butt for an older game that went up in price if you want to play it on the new console. And then not only that, it doesn't come with the DLC, and so you have to pay for the DLC as well as the base game, which also raised in price. Like, they really want you to pay. They really want you to pay money. Oh, we think we put it at the price we think our games deserve to be at. Wow, really? You know, and someone actually made a really good post. And I believe it. They're like, so you're saying that your games being priced at almost $100 is better in quality than Elden Ring in God of War and God of War Ragnarok. You're saying that it is better in quality than all these games that came before it. You're saying that it's better than Dark Souls. You're saying that your Mario Kart Desert Planet game is better than all these games that came before it because you put it at $100. So you're saying that the quality is better than any game that came before it. That's what you're saying with this price. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, no, no. It's a $50 game. It's a $50 game. No, no, no. The prices don't even match the quality. Nintendo has completely lost touch. Yeah, it's oh, where have we gone? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? What could I do?
I love that song.
Oblivion Remaster and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 price points are almost opposite of each other. One is fair while the other is just greed. Oh yeah. Like, it's not even a comparison, dude. I mean, let's be honest, people are going to compare it. But it's like they're literally out of each other's leagues at this point. Also, the Switch 2 is charging for upgrade performance. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lazy Clay Gamer. I literally was talking about this, and you're like making it, making points of it in the chat. Sorry. Charging for upgraded performance, while the XSX is giving free upgrade performance for multiple games. Oh, you mean the Xbox SX? The Series X isn't perfect. Don't get me wrong, but at least the Series X has that going for it. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but that means I don't care when they go bankrupt. Jesus. Ubisoft throwing their employees into the ocean, and I get to be completely apathetic to it and feel good about myself. Jesus. It's like buying movie tickets now. Yeah, oh god, yeah. Ticket prices went up a lot. I don't even know if ticket prices even went down. Have you gone to the
They,
movies
I
lately?
don't think they have. I have not gone to the movies recently because there's been all like there has been one or two movies that I have wanted to catch, but like right now I'm living in an area that literally doesn't have a theater.
Ah,
Like I have to drive like 45 minutes to an hour to get to a theater.
yeah, that's understandable.
So it's like I have no intention of doing that like, just willy-nilly. It's like no, it would have to be something pretty big for me to try and get out or somebody to go with, and I don't currently have anybody to go with either. So it's just like it just boils down to the fact that, movie theaters lost me, which is dumb because I like in my wallet I was going through my wallet the other day and I'm like, "Oh, here's a gift card for the theater." Which I have not like I haven't like I can't even use this. Like this is not even like something that's usable for me right
I,
now in
I'm
the current setting.
I mean, I
And
don't
that's what happened with all the theaters that shut down and all the company like they wonder why our movie sales down. So well like that's why, obviously.
yeah, forgot about the theaters being shut down. But I did hear that I don't know if it's in Canada already, but I heard that a new movie called Sinners is out. And it's like during like 1920s racism era and following a black man during the 1920s, and like there's vampires. And yeah, everyone says that movie is really good, and I'm excited. I want to go see it at some point. Uh, but yeah. But yeah, if you want to go see Sinners, give it a watch. I've heard good reviews of it. Uh oh yeah, Reaver is happy that Daddy Bethesda gives her a treat. Look, I'm not a Bethesda fangirl, all right? I have to protect I have to defend myself, Saib. Okay, Saib is more of a fan for Bethesda than I am, because I literally only played
Oh,
Skyrim for like a couple hours, and then I never picked it up in years. Like it's been years. I haven't played any Bethesda game. Well, I played Fallout 4, but then I played that for a couple hours, and then I never went back to that for years. So it's like I'm not as big of a Bethesda fan as I wish I was, but yeah, Saib's more of a Bethesda expert than me.
so I'm not a super like I like their games for the most part, but there's several caveats with this. It's like the biggest caveat is that all Bethesda games would be extremely forgettable if they didn't have mods to them. Not as forgettable as like some of the games that we've seen, some of the products that we've seen from other companies, obviously. It's like they would still have their place, but no, like what makes Bethesda games good is the mods, period.
Yeah,
What makes them something that you
I'm
you
a little
remember for
critical of
more
that.
than yeah,
Like,
well, because some people say, "Oh, well, I like why would I want a company to pump out a broken game and then let the modders fix it?" It's like, no. That's like 99% of the mods that are out on, big modding websites and that are popularly or installed on people's games, like the top 99% of mods have nothing to do with fixing bugs. It's always adding content. Yes, in the initial release, there are more mods that fix bugs, and there is down the road usually like one big mod that does a lot of bug fixing. The unofficial, they're usually called the unofficial patch, right?
Yeah.
Tons of those games, but a lot of them are fixing
Oh yeah, remember the day
or
one patch
changing.
era? That's
Yes,
great.
exactly. It's like no, that's an issue, but that's an issue that every game currently released deals with. And especially good games like Larian, right? Like on release, Baldur's Gate 3 was really really rough to complete completely. And there were a lot of bugs that would actually stall or break your progress.
Hmm.
Um, but they got on it pretty fast. And again, I don't like that this is normal in game society today. I would like a finished
I
product to
mean,
be released,
to be
but
perfectly
that's not
honest,
the
it was
world that we
in.
live in. So,
I mean, to be fair to Baldur's Gate 3, it was in early access for about 2 years, I think, and they were
mhm,
like catching bugs as it happened. And I think they knew that uh there probably was some systems that weren't hammered out properly. I don't get me wrong. Everyone wishes that their product works day one, but yes, I know I sound like
mhm,
a hypocrite in giving Baldur's Gate 3 such grace, but let's be honest, they just fucking deserve it, all right? They deserve the grace, all right? They are so good to their customers, all right? They deserve it. So
and
it's like,
so
yeah, they knew that there was going to probably be some hitches here and there, but they were on it, dude. Like they didn't wait weeks to fix it. They were like, okay, you got we they supported the game for a very long time, for many years.
mhm,
And I know this is different from me saying that, like, was it CDPR with Cyberpunk 2077, I guess is a good example to compare this to, because this happened with Cyberpunk 2077 as well. The game released and it was a buggy mess, and it took many years, longer than Larian, might I add. It took many years for them to fix it up and to get it to where
of course,
they
yeah,
were okay with it. Let's be honest, it's not to the point where I'm satisfied, but it's where it's satisfied enough for the devs. So I guess that's what matters, is that the
yeah,
devs are
and
satisfied, not the customers.
and
It's just devs.
and there are other issues, and the big issues. A lot the My biggest issues with Bethesda are not even things that people know about. So my one of my biggest issues with Bethesda is that they stole the license. They stole. Uh, how do I say this legally again? In my opinion, allegedly, they stole the IP for Fallout. Um, I don't like that they did that. I really genuinely don't. Are they the best company to have done Fallout? They've done a pretty good job with it. Like they've adequately done a pretty good job with it. Um,
Be quiet,
will they do
Agnicar.
a better job moving forward? Most likely, yes. Most likely, they are going to be with Microsoft. They are going to be the best people to have the IP license because they're going to be doing so much with it over the years to come, right? Like this is really really huge as far as like the importance of having a concept of an IP, kind of go. And we're seeing a big shift, like a really, really, really big shift. We're seeing a massive shift going from where we were with what we were doing and like the direction that we as a we're headed towards as a gaming industry. um, we're going to see them do better in the future. But again, it's like I still disagree with the way that they took control of it, the way that they altered things with it, the way that they kind of put their thumb on the scale and tweak things. It's like I don't like what they've done, and
I
I'm not
mean,
happy with it, and I wish that it could be done better. I really do.
look,
But we're
yeah. I was just saying, like, the best for anyone is seeing companies making changes for the better, like showing that they care about the community. And in this, them doing this obviously garners back player trust, because let's be honest, it's been flagging for a little bit. But I think they're doing a good job with doing this. I hope they maintain it, because it would suck if I don't Ryan. I don't want bad juju being out in the air like that. So I'm not gonna say anything. But I hope they maintain it. Cause I don't know. I feel like now that I think about it, there might be a Bethesda drama might pop up because it feels like that kind of happens every once in a while. But yeah, hopefully it. I hope. I don't want to see gaming companies fail because gaming companies failing means that we get less entertainment. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it means less for gamers as a community, you know? I love to see more accessibility of games to gamers. I love that. I hate it that it's gotten to the point where AAA companies are making it less accessible to games that aren't even worth the price, but you know, that's just me. Some people would disagree, some people would agree, but yeah, it, but like I said, Bethesda has its criticisms, but they definitely did a good job here. It's gonna be a little bumpy road for them. Let's be honest here, because I feel like when it comes to Bethesda, sometimes they do good, sometimes they do bad. It's like flip floppy, but we can't always be negative. So I think they deserve this positive praise, you know, because hopefully they'll maintain it. It was like, please Bethesda, don't back out now. Agnacarp actually made a good question. He said, "That's always a thought I've been having. What is going to be game of the year? God, what do you think is going to be game of the year this year?" I kind of think maybe
Uh,
Expedition 33, but I feel like the Game Awards are kind of rigged, so it might go to a AAA
well,
game.
I mean, they did set the new rule that apparently remakes can be, so we might see Bethesda walking away with the game of the year. I mean,
Wait, did they win
that
Game of
is
the Year last time with Oblivion?
no. The nominations now allow for remakes,
Oh
right? So
yeah,
that
they also
that
said that
yeah,
expansions and DLC is also for some
exactly,
reason a
exactly.
content. Why is that a
I
rule?
I think that's I think that's dumb. I think that's really unhealthy. I don't think that's good for the environment. But I think that the game of the year probably isn't out yet. I would imagine. I mean, it's still really early in the gaming year. We've got a whole bunch of games coming up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Could be like we'll see kind of how where this goes. Like obviously like this is kind of a big thing where it's like there's some flexibility um and there's a lot of flexibility to go in different directions. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know.
So I
It's
yeah, we'll see how
what
that
other
goes.
what other games came out? Like I can't. Was there any worthwhile games that came out recently? I mean, besides Schedule One, but that's like an indie game. I don't know if that's gonna.
So schedule one is I would say is probably a good contender for game of the year right now. Like legitimately, it is probably a very good big contender,
Mm.
because it is absolutely smashing things and records and all that kind of stuff. I would say that there's what else has come out this year? Um, because I wanted to make a couple jokes about like some joke games that came out, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. But this is
Oh
definitely
yeah,
something that I was
Wait,
thinking
did
about.
Marathon come out yet, or is that soon?
No, that's we don't even know if it's releasing this year for sure. I don't
Oh,
think.
oh.
Um, yeah, so it's I think it's still quite a ways off. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's like we've got a we've got a couple of I'm trying to find some good stuff to make jokes about.
Lazy Clay Gamer said Mafia: The Old Country and Doom: The Dark Ages haven't come out yet, so it is possible that one of them might win as well. You know, fair enough.
Did you know that The Last of Us 2 or sorry, The Last of Us Part 2 remaster has dropped on April 3rd of this month? So that's something I
Uh,
didn't quite realize, but yeah, apparently that's a thing.
is it anniversary or did it like go down in price? Is what you meant?
No, no, it's well, that's the release date. I was looking at stuff that released this year, and
Oh,
it
yeah, was there like a remaster or something?
yeah, yeah,
Who
it's
even was
apparently
who
it
is
released this year. So,
Oh, I guess it was to coincide with the season 2 drop. Lame.
mhm.
No one even liked part 2, so no one's gonna like season 2. Dude, I freaking hate what they did with Joel. They like gave him this, like, everyone's like ragging on Joel. Like, I hate that. Like, everyone was like complaining how Joel's like sucks. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is Joel we're talking about. What do you mean? And then like Joel pays a therapist in the apocalypse to listen to his problems. And she's like complaining that he's complaining to her about his problems. And I'm like, B, you're a freaking therapist. You're a therapist. You're supposed to listen, like, and give advice. That was what you're paid to do. Like, it's just so, I hate what they did with Joel. And then the infamous scene that everyone in the gaming community knows about, but apparently the people who watch the TV series weren't
Gosh, I had
aware.
no idea about. Weren't aware that
Yeah.
was a thing. I heard. I did hear some people comparing it to uh Walkers. Is it no wait, is it called Walkers? The Walking Dead, right. Yeah, I remember hearing some people talk about that. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a list of the games that have released this year, and I'm not coming up with a good list.
Oh, that's not good. I thought 2025 had like some decent. Yeah, to be fair, like that's probably not till the towards the end of the.
So, okay, so we've got this year, we have, and these are, I'm going to read these off. These are going to be the game of the year contenders. So, Monster Hunter Wilds for sure. That's on the list.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you can't.
Monster Hunters. I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Expedition 33, maybe. That's a maybe. That's a maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Things that will most likely 100% be on that list. Doom, The Dark Ages, 100% going to be on that list. Death Stranding 2, definitely
Wait,
most
that's
likely
coming out
going
this year?
definitely that's supposedly releasing 2025.
Oh, sheet.
Um Assassin's Creed Shadows because of,
No, no.
political gamesmanship right there. That's not because it deserves it. No, not because it deserves it.
I swear to
South
God.
of Midnight, also not because it deserves it at all in the slightest, but because of political stupidity. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 probably won't be on there because of the same political stupidity. Borderlands 4 is apparently dropping this year and will most likely get on the list somehow, maybe. I mean, the list is pretty intense. Like, we've got, so like, also Avowed came out and was not very good, but again, political BSery. One of these games is going to come, one of these games come will be on the list, right? Like, one of them, like, it's going to be Avowed, it's going to be Assassin's Creed, or it's going to be Concord. One of them is going to show up somewhere
Concord?
for,
What do you
for game of
mean,
the year.
Concord? What do you
Like
mean?
just yeah, that, you know, that's going to happen. One of those games is going to show up as the, oh, look at our baby, we did so good. But also Metal Gear Solid coming out this year. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
is
what about the
that's going to be
Yakuza pirate
insane.
game? Is that gonna be on Game of the Year?
Possibly, I think it's good enough that it deserves to be considered at the very least. And then we've got Directive 8020. I don't know anything about this game. We got Ghosts of Yotai. That's also probably going to be a contender in some way, shape, or form. Um, yeah, probably. Dynasty Warriors Origins is coming out this year. Again, like, interesting. Uh, Pokemon Legends A to Z coming out this year. Atomfall, Killing Floor 3. There's a lot of stuff coming out. First Berserker. I mean, Civilization 7 already came out. That's not going to be a Game of the Year contender, that's for sure, because it had a
I
very,
mean,
very miserable launch.
I
Lots
mean,
of problems.
though I want to support Kazan, the first Berserker, or whatever it's called. I don't think that's you know, game of the year.
One of one of the most one of the biggest games that's anticipated in the Asian like specifically like Japan and Korea and I know this game is huge. This franchise has been absolutely huge. If I'm pretty sure this yeah no this franchise has been huge. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this. Altier Umiya Umiya Umiya, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land. That's probably going to be really big. Let's see if it's coming to Steam. A
I haven't
T E
played.
L
Lazy Clay
I.
Gamer says I haven't played The Last of Us Part Two, and I do want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I am not going in with high expectations, much less the best game of all time. In my opinion, the best
Oh,
game of all time doesn't exist. I mean,
I'll
fair.
this is true. He's absolutely right. Like there is a really good game that has yet to be made that will be like that perfect game for everybody. That's pretty big. So apparently the Alchemist game has already dropped. Apparently it dropped on March 20th. And it does not have that great of reviews. So probably not
Mm.
going to. I know that it's really popular in the East and people love it because it's like a cute girl doing cute things. So it's like it's usually like pretty yeah. Um and but people have been following this franchise for a long time. And yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Um but yeah, there's always those games like last year, like who saw the winner, right? Last year. Who saw that game coming out of left field, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't know. We got Metroid Prime 4 coming out this year. Again, am I like convinced that this is going to be absolutely huge? Maybe, maybe not. Fable, it's supposed to be dropping next year, but I don't know if that's a guarantee. Like we'll see. Crimson Desert is supposed to be dropping again sometime this year. One of my personal favorites, Mouse PI for Hire, is coming out this year. So there we go. There's something big. Vampire the Masquerade,
Blood.
Bloodlines 2.
What? That's coming out?
Supposed to be coming out this year. Remember when
What?
this game was supposed to be coming out before Cyberpunk 2077? Remember when that was a thing? Well, that's not that obviously wasn't a thing, but apparently the game is still coming out. I
It,
don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know when, but apparently it's still coming out.
jeez.
I just I can't get over this. Like really, really. Oh. And then we've got Eternal Strands. And then isn't Exodus planning on coming out this year? I'm pretty sure Exodus is coming out this year.
I thought it was coming out next year. I don't know. I heard rumors that it was coming out in 2026. I don't know if that's. I was hoping it was coming out this year, but I don't know.
I can't find it on Steam right now. Steam is being weird. I don't know why Steam is refusing to pull this up. I don't get it. It is coming to Steam, isn't it? Why is it not pulling up?
Is it not on Steam?
I'm not finding it on Steam. That's the thing. It's like the
It's not available, I
pre-release
guess.
pre-release page.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, like that's supposed to be that apparently it is supposed to be coming out next year, but again, like we never know, right? It's
Yeah.
very rare for games to be like come out before a slated time, but yeah. Um, here's an article from I think Game Rant saying that it will be coming out in 2026. So all right, so that's 2026. This year would be kind of crazy to try and like get some to try and release a game in. Um, Fatal Fury of the Wolves, City of the Wolves, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I don't. It's a fighting game. It's coming out this year. Supposedly like highly rated. Hell is Us. Like there's a ton of big games coming out this year, and I got no clue what's going to be actually good. And a lot of icons for these games, I've just noticed now, almost every icon for games coming out this year is a white background icon, like well into the 90 percentile. That's really weird. I don't know
Hmm.
what, marketing, that's marketing departments for you. New release queue. Who knows? But yeah, no, like there's a ton of stuff coming. So I would it's going to be interesting. Um yeah. Do we want to talk about this Ubisoft thing?
Oh yeah, the Ubisoft debacle. We love it when we
So
talk about Ubisoft. Oh wait, I also
I
wanted to talk about the okay, let's talk about the Ubisoft thing and then I want to talk about the Marvel Rivals thing. But go ahead.
yeah. So Ubisoft just got caught spying on users in Assassin's Creed and other games, harvesting your data, tons of it, without permission and without telling you that they were gathering that information.
Oh,
They've
say it
been
ain't
fined
so.
$104 million
Say it ain't so.
and
It's breaking my heart.
mandatory online connection to their games may be banned for them permanently. International Business Times is where I'm reading this article from.
Wait, isn't that just in
So,
Europe? Or do you mean like
uh,
from everywhere?
this well, so I mean, like this is huge. This is like this is massive. This is in Europe, where the fine has happened. Other places may jump on board with this. So we don't know right now what the complete and total fallout of this will be. We also don't know if this is like if this was all done um, like directly by Ubisoft or if it was like some kind of like subsidiary publisher weird thing that they have going with like some other company. It's like I'm going to assume that it's fully them. I haven't read through the whole article because I don't have the stomach to because I am so done with this stupid company. I have been done with this company for over a year. I have written them off as a complete and total waste of space that I hope crashes and burns in the most spectacularly way possible, allowing the IPs to be bought by other companies because that's the only way we're going to get anything good coming out any of these IPs going into the future. This is one of the most vapid, disgusting companies on the planet right now, and this takes the cake. They are done. They are 1,000% cooked. And I am so happy for this. Ubisoft, get wrecked. You spying on people, harvesting their data, selling it for profit. You're disgusting. Everything about this company in the last 2 years has absolutely infuriated me, and they are a disgusting pile of garbage that needs to be shown the boot into the furnace. I don't care about this company anymore. I will continue to mock its stupidity, but I will never, ever, ever encourage anybody to play any of their games moving forward. This is one of the most disgusting pieces of garbage we currently have. It makes EA look acceptable,
Oh
which is
no!
insane.
I just
Which is
realized
absolutely insane.
they lost their EU base. Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
lost their EU base. They lost so
And
much
I,
money. They lost so
I
much
want them.
money.
I want them to strip Ubisoft of having this mandatory online connection to their single player games. Oh, for the love of God,
This is great.
please, please, please do
Who's
this. I
next?
don't I don't I don't want these people to have this stuff
Who's
available
next?
anymore.
Who's next? Who's next? Tell me. Who's on the chopping block? Please tell me there's someone else who's also doing this, because let's be honest, they're all doing it. I wonder who else is gonna get caught. This is great. This is great. They got cut off from the EU fan base, because I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna affect them in being in America, but definitely it affects the,
Hopefully,
the
like this is
European side. But
and again, anybody supporting this company, like stop, please stop.
well, to
So
be fair, I
looking
bought
into
all
this
my games
now,
before they started going downhill.
so looking into this now, basically they had your while having your game running, they were just taking your information.
Yep. I mean, they
Like
all do that. It's just that
so
they never got
Far
any repercussions for it until now.
Far Cry, yeah, Far Cry Primal was pinging servers, external servers
Primal?
belonging to Amazon and Google.
No one even plays
Primal, yeah.
Primal. Not really. The hell?
150 times every 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
They were not only pinging these servers, they were dumping data. So it sounds like to me that they were turning on your microphones, recording what you were saying, and then directly selling that information to Amazon and Google so that they could advertise stuff directly to you.
I mean,
We all
Google
thought it was the cell
and
phones. We all thought it was the cell phones. It wasn't the cell phones. It was Ubisoft the whole time.
dun dun dun. I mean,
You talk
technically,
about
Amazon
buying,
and Google
oh, hey,
still do the same thing, but yeah.
we need to buy cat food. And then you look at your phone and it's like, oh, sale on cat food. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, is it an actual sale
I
on cat
mean,
food? No, it's
to be
10%
fair,
higher than the normal cost, but it says it's 30% off. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
to be fair,
Just vile crazy.
not everyone's playing Ubisoft games 24/7. Like, not everyone in the world is playing Ubisoft games. I'm just saying it's just one part of the
Mhm.
collecting data industry, apparently.
Yeah. So this is huge. This company is absolute and total garbage. Like please for the love of God, stop buying their games. Stop buying their games, stop buying their games, stop buying their games, stop buying their games.
Oh my
They are
god,
garbage.
repercussions for
They
your
shouldn't
actions, finally.
exactly. They should not exist. I'm sorry. It's just no.
Yeah, isn't it weird that collecting data on your customer base without their permission is illegal? Who would have foreseen that? Oh my god. Take notes, gaming companies and tech companies who collect data.
The only game I have from them, I believe, is the old Division games, which obviously I haven't played for years. But yeah, there's like they still have like I forgot. Apparently they're connected or they're the publisher at least for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh yeah, when's
Uh
that coming out?
Sorry, not Beyond Good and Evil 2, Beyond Good and Evil the 20th year edition, which is another game. Where is Good and Evil 2? Like where is this game? Where is this game? Does this game even exist at this point? I kind of doubt it. Oh no. No. They're currently the publishers for Scott Pilgrim versus the World. No.
No, they're gonna sell each chapter as they're gonna go the Life is Strange route too, where they release every part as an episode, and then you get it every once a year, and it's not gonna be like, and then you can have the full game, but it's gonna be like high priced. Oh no!
Yeah, no. Yeah, complete and total garbage. Please don't ever support this company ever again. They need to burn. They need to burn. They need to burn. Oh, right. Yes, they did. They did do South Park, the fractured butthole. Yeah,
South Park. Lazy
yeah.
Clay Gamer said, please correct me on this, but doesn't Vampire the Masquerade 2 have multiple trouble development behind the scenes? Yes, it did. Uh,
Yeah, for the
yeah, there's a,
past like
yeah,
for the past like 5 years, like this is hilariously
it's
bad. Like this is so bad.
been in development hell. There was also a lot of drama and a lot of switching of hands and a lot of switching of
Mhm, mhm.
developers. I don't even know
Yeah,
if it's even gonna be good
it's
at
been
this point.
all it's been it has been all over the place. Do not expect it to be. I I am gonna I don't know if I'm gonna get the game. Obviously, I'm gonna be like super cautious. I'm gonna like check that out and go
I'm
extremely
just
slowly because there's no way I'm gonna trust that game
I'm
right
just
off the rip.
so upset that I don't think I can romance the psychotic serial killer dude. He's so hot, and I don't think I'm able to romance him. I don't think they made him romanceable side. I don't think they made him
Oh,
romanceable.
oh,
Poor
heavens forbid they didn't make the psychopathic serial killer romanceable. Oh no.
He's
Oh,
Malkavian. Come on,
you girls.
he's crazy. Come on, like cater to my
I
demographic, damn it.
I
I'm one
say
of the
that and
1%.
then I say that and then I go online and I see the absolute thirsting that people are doing for Luigi. Don't say his full name or what he did.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm talking about the from the Super Mario Brothers. That's who I'm talking about.
Look,
It's not on.
there's a difference between simping for fictional characters and simping for IRL actual unalivers. There's a difference. There's a
Mhm,
difference.
mhm, mhm,
I have
mhm.
morals, you know.
Yeah.
Uh allegedly. Anyways, uh wait. Yeah, like okay. I was so honestly Bethesda's getting exactly what they deserve. Uh it was like, is there anything to add to that? No. No.
No. No. No,
Ubisoft's just getting what
I
they
want
deserve.
them to continue marching off the cliff of relevance, please and thank you. I'm just so done with this disgusting people.
So, there's some drama going on in the rival community, and funnily enough, I didn't realize this was happening. I did know that with the new season 2 update, there was going to be a change to the way they rank things. I didn't realize how much it was going to affect me as a player because I just play support. So all I care about is just healing people. And then I
Mhm.
actually delved into like the devs explaining like what the changes were. And now I can understand why healers have gone on strike. Apparently, in the Marvel rival community, support players, which are like pretty much just healers, uh have gone on strike. And this reminds me of when I think it was League of Legends where the healers also went on strike, I believe. Be-
It was League of Legends and Overwatch.
yeah, it's because that with League of Legends, they gave they give instead of just having like a healer class, they gave every class a healing bonus. So like they have some special power that heals them, so they don't need healers anymore. And so healers got upset and they went on strike because they were like, we like they are they're like a certain percentage of the fan base, so they're like, if we like obviously healers are getting a bad deal from this because like if everyone heals themselves, then what's the point in having a healer class if everyone just heals themselves? So it's like,
Exactly.
so it just makes them irrelevant. So they went on strike. I don't know if they ever fixed that, but you see it happening in a lot of multiplayer uh PvP PvE communities where when you have to team up, and some people have to be damage dealers and other people have to be, healers, and oh god, I didn't realize how bad it was, dude. I did not realize how bad it was because I was just going do 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 do. In season 1, I was able to get, don't get me wrong, I'm bronze 3, meaning I'm like literally the bottom of the barrel. So I went from bronze 3 and I finally got to bronze 2, and then a couple days later they started season 2. And for those who don't know, Marvel Rivals they restart each season for competitive, meaning if you're like, was it? If you're like diamond, you're going down rank because with every reset you go down. They push you down. So I went from bronze 2 and I was like, hey, I can actually start ranking up. And then I restarted to bronze 3. So I had a brief moment of success. And then I had to start from the bottom. But I didn't sweat it because I was like, okay, I'm getting pretty good. I should be able to rank out of bronze 3. I played so many games and I didn't understand why I was still in bronze 3 and why I wasn't ranking up. I didn't understand until I heard about the support strike. I was like, what's going on with support? And before that, I've heard some mumbling and grumblings from other players, but let me explain. So I heard all the supports were going on strike because apparently with the season 2 update, the only way you can rank up is how much damage you deal. That's essentially what they're focusing on is more damage dealt.
It's damage. It's all about damage. Screw the tanks, screw the healers. Yeah, this is brilliant, and you're going to ruin your entire game by doing it. Good job.
And
good job snatching the snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Like, oh my goodness, how can you be this dumb? Please, why is anybody this stupid? I don't understand. This is so dumb.
And then that explains so much to me because when I was playing Marvel Rivals during season 2, I was wondering why I wasn't getting ranked, but I assumed it was because I was bad because it took me a while to get out of bronze 3. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm just not good at the game and maybe I just need to get better. But then I hear people saying how healers, because I'm a healer, so people have been complaining to me. I get some randos in my team and they're like, hey, the last player's healer that I had was only focusing on damage. Can you please heal me? And I was like, yes, I'm a support. I heal people all the time. That's what I do. It's no sweat off my back. But I got confused because I was like, I guess some people just focus on damage. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. And then people have been noticeably slightly ruder to me because I'm a healer. And they're like, healer, what are you doing? What are you doing, healer? They've been more criticizing what I do now. And I was like, I didn't understand why. I just assumed that people were just being rude because, multiplayer games, sometimes you're going to get people being rude. But then I realized, they're being more hypercritical of what I do because they've been dealing with healers who just focus on damage because that's the only way they get ranked up is if they focus on damage. So you get healers who don't heal because they want to get out of their rank. So they're going to focus on getting out of the rank and focus on themselves and not focus on the team, And it's just kind of ironic because season 1 was about the team score, the score you made overall as a team. But people complained and moaned that, the reason we lost is because my team sucks. It's not because the team totally not because the team synergy was off or maybe you were the problem. No, it was the whole team. My whole team sucked. I want to be based on what I did. I don't want to be lumped in with all these losers who don't know what they're doing. I obviously know what I'm doing, so I want to be based off of my individual score. And so that's what they did. That's what the devs did. They took it from being a team score and they divided it up to be, an individual score. And because they when it comes to ranking, and because they did that, they left a lot of other people's high and dry, especially when they focus more on damage. I don't understand. And they're like, it's okay, support healers, we're going to buff your damages. How does that help me? I'm focusing on healing. I'm focusing on healing and keeping these Sluishliddle mother effers alive, and you're telling me that in order to rank I have to do a schnitzel ton of damage in order to get out of bronze to get to bronze 2. I have to do a smear ton of damage. Like, what the heck? Like, what the? I'm a healer. Like, that's not. I mean, yeah, I can do damage to protect myself here and there and to help out when my team doesn't need healing, but, like, I just like, I don't know. It's just, I like focusing on just doing one thing specifically, which is, healing. Maybe I should focus on being Luna then, because Luna apparently doesn't have that many DP. She doesn't have. She only has one damage ability. I mean, yeah, she has like one or two damage abilities, but she apparently doesn't even do that much damage. But it's like, I don't know. It's just they really freaked up the system, and the way that the ranking, as it was explained to me, when I tried explaining it to other people who are more experienced when it comes to competitive gaming, they said I didn't exactly get it right. But from what I understand, there was like a curve that happened. So the way that it was explained to me and how I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only way that I'm going to get out of ranked is if I get more damage, if I deal more damage than the person who was currently in the same rank as me. And I assume
As far as I know, how they've run these systems before in other games, that's how that works.
now
Which is again
I assume when it comes to each
horrendously
game,
stupid.
I'm assuming with each game, right? Like I have to deal more damage than the person's in the same rank as me, like in each game, right? It's not like overall. So, is it overall or is it like for each game? I have to do more
I'm
damage.
not exactly sure exactly how they work it, but yeah, that's usually how that
And I'm
system.
like,
It
here,
because I haven't seen exactly their code or like done like thorough testing on it, but that is the similar process that they've used in the past.
and now I feel like a dunce. I feel like a right idiot because here I am focusing on raising my healing score. Like, oh, you did 20,000, you did 26,000 heal bonuses. I was like, yeah, I was like, yay, I
Mm.
raised my healing. And then I'm focusing on my accuracy, which is like 82%. I was like, yeah, I'm raising my accuracy and I'm raising my healing points. My damage is in the 6,000s. Cause I'm not focusing on damage, dude. I'm focusing on keeping these a-holes alive. You don't know how suicidal they are. They just go in and I have to cover their butts. And they expect me to cover their butts, and that's what I do. I deliver. I support. I swear. And I was like, first of all, I get disrespected by my own teammates because they think I suck at what I do, and they like to complain and moan that I don't, I need to get my head in the game or whatever. And I'm like, sure, sure, sure. I know I'm good at being a support, especially being a dagger. Uh, Dagger is like one of the main healers of the game.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger, yeah.
Yeah,
Which is a seriously underrepresented comic story. I always really did like Cloak and Dagger's story. I thought they were really really cool. I really wanted to like learn more about them, but they never moved it out into new directions, which I
yeah. You'd think
kind of
that
feel like is
Marvel, you'd think that Marvel would make a story about them at some point, but
oh, they did. They did. There is a live action version of it, but it was
oh
like
wait, wasn't
I
it a
think it was on
TV
like
series? Like it
yeah, it
was
was a
like
TV
very
series. It was on
not.
like I want to say the CW network,
I
which
think
is
so.
like obviously where most it is not very good. Just
Not very high quality.
is it's not very high quality.
Yeah,
It could be better, obviously, but you know, and I'm not dumping on the CW, but they're not. It's not the greatest.
yeah.
Just in my humble opinion.
I'm.
I'm not telling people what they should or should not like. I'm just noticing that it's kind of like that a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, I think they could have made a decent movie involving or debuting Cloak and Dagger as
But
like
but again, yeah.
heroes.
It's like I do wish that they. I think this is one of the things that where it's like I'd really like a really good take on it, and I don't know if we'll ever get that. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still kind of there are things I need to work on when it comes to Cloak and Dagger. But as far as I am right now, I am actually pretty decent as a healer. And it really burns me because I have put most of my focus on being a good healer and doing damage on the side, but being mostly maintaining being a good healer. Only to figure out
Mm-hmm.
that that's what's holding me back. That's stopping me from ranking up. And I'm like, so you're telling me I'm sacrificing my rank just to support people? And people have been begging for healers. People have told me, please heal me. Please, I need a healer. And I'm like, yes, I'm a healer. Only to realize that was the thing that was holding me back. So you're telling me there are people like this just goes to show how much support gets like no respect, like at
I,
all.
I'm
Like at all.
I'm curious. I'm curious. Is does this mean that there's no? Does this mean that there is no carrying people? Like I'm not a fan of carrying. Obviously, I think it's terrible. But is that like is there no ability to carry somebody by being in a good team? So like
I mean, there
if
is
you take
team
a bunch of
synergy
people,
still.
well, I mean, no, I'm saying is like you take all your DPS are like, you're all starting at the same level, right? You're all starting at the same rank.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a perfect team, you play together all the time. You're really 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 good. You go into a bunch of games and you play a bunch of games together. Does that mean the DPS just take off and the tank and the healer are left behind in the ranking? And that whenever they lose at a higher rank, they're now the DPS are being penalized because they're actually like playing with the same people and playing for team synergy. Is that what's actually going on? Because if that is, that's absolutely mental.
Yeah,
Like
there
that is
because
absolutely like stupidly mental.
because from what I understand, the people who deal damage, the DPS people, or the duelists, was it duelists or strategists? God damn it, I get the terms mixed up, but the people who focus on DPS, they were complaining that they weren't reaching ranks as fast as they should have. This is so annoying because this happened with Overwatch, and it's like fucking people who are shit at the game fucking bitch and complain, and then the devs cater to their needs, and it just messes everything up. Like it's just so annoying because you don't understand how delicate balancing is, and when you favor
Hmm.
one over everyone else, it freaks everything up so badly. Like now it's gotten to it's like why don't we just go back to what you originally had? Because yes, it was a slow build, but at least it was more fair, dude. And like people were like, "Oh, it's taking forever for me to get out of rank." Like when I started actually getting good at my main character, like my dagger main, I actually ranked up in my opinion. I think I actually ranked up fairly fast. And then the season restarted unfortunately. But I was like the only way I can see this happening is that people who weren't good at the game were just complaining that they weren't reaching ranks fast enough and that's because they just were sucking at the game. It's because they weren't good. And because of that, it freaked everyone over. Like I'm you don't understand. I'm pretty sure I should be able to start ranking up very freaking fast. But they screwed me over because they wanted the freaking rank system to focus more on DPS instead of support. And it's like, you freaked me over so badly because you are butt at the game. You're butt at the game and you freak me over. Really? It's just so annoying. It's so annoying. And now I understand Overwatch players now because I'm pretty sure this is one of the things that happened with Overwatch was that was it? No, wait, wasn't it that like don't they like, wasn't Mercy being OP? Wasn't that an issue?
Yeah,
Like,
Mercy was. I mean, that's why there's this song about it that um that was very popular called No Mercy, and it was like, yeah, you always needed to have that you always needed to have Mercy, and or like she was a must pick all the time. Um, I have since written a song that is nothing like that, by the way, in any way, shape, or form,
damn, maybe
and it should and
maybe
it
I should
goes,
join the
you should
join the strike. Maybe I should join the strike. Nah, I'm not gonna be a healer. I'm gonna be DPS because this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted.
you should have picked Dagger, or it's Dagger or
Quote.
Mantis, right? It's like
Yeah.
should have picked Mantis. You should have picked any kind of support. We ended up losing, and it's all your fault. I don't know how to. I don't know. I can't do the melody. I'm terrible
It's
at that.
so it's
You
so
sh-
it's so freaked up because like the people that I usually play with, we actually end up synergizing pretty well. But to be perfectly honest, I'm very flexible when it comes to support. So it's like I'm a really good support. But like I feel like our synergy is usually pretty good. But it's so it's just so frustrating. I think I'm gonna join the strike too. I'm no longer playing healer. I'm only playing DPS because apparently that's the only way I can get ranked. So until they fix the support and stuff, I'm only playing the Punisher. From now on. Sorry Happy and sorry Livesy, my teammates who rely on me but can't admit that they rely on me. Uh I'm playing DPS now.
oh, shots called! Shots called! Shots called! I mean, that's cool.
It's mostly a joke, but it was like, but yeah, like this is like BS, dude. This is BS. The only way I can rank is if I do damage. Well, I'm about to start raking in the damage because apparently I can't freaking rank up. Oh, this is so bullshit. Like, dude, I could totally rank up as Dagger and Cloak, but because they skewed the ranking system now, it's just it really freaks me over, and I'm just so mad because I put so much effort into being a good dagger main. I focus so much on being a good dagger main and being more reactive and making sure everyone's healed, only to be told that my effort went to waste. Like
Hmm.
that hurts. That smarts so much, dude. Like if I knew this was gonna happen, I would have just focused on being Punisher. I wouldn't even been support in the first. Well, that's not true. I actually like being dagger. But
Hey, I mean, the best thing about Dagger is how pretty she is. So I mean, I think that's still a win-win, in my humble
yeah,
opinion.
I can't stop looking at her. She's really nice. Anyways, but yeah, it's just very frustrating. I guess I'm gonna have to. It's been a while since I played Punisher, so I might have to like practice with him a little bit. But I'm actually pretty decent as a Punisher too. Once I actually get my head in the game, sometimes I fumble it, but once I lock in, like there's no chance, dude. There's no chance. I'll
There was there was a time, a long time ago, that I was one of the best Shyvana players in League of Legends. So yeah, yeah, I
Oh
got the
yeah,
whole
weren't you like?
champion skin for it and everything.
Oh yeah, weren't you like top rank? And everybody's
Yeah,
like, "Oh my god."
but then it was like, so I do not learn how to master many different classes. I only master the classes or characters that I personally click with on a fundamental like experience player. That could be like style, it could be like gameplay, it could be a couple different things. It's usually like a mix of stuff. But if I'm not like actively like digging the character like really deeply, I don't like it. And that's the thing with League, is like you had to be really good at like 30 or 40 of the top characters, and if you weren't, you were garbage, scum, nobody liked you. And yeah, so that's like that's a problem, obviously. Like
Yeah.
that's not fun. That wrecks your experience. And it's not, yeah, it's just not fun. So yeah, no, it's definitely something that I don't know how to like square that circle for these kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I can only hope that they fix it. They said, I don't even know. They said they I don't know if they even fixed it. Uh, compute.
I'm sure they'll get around to fixing it at some point. That's usually how these games go. Is they usually so many of these games exist solely off of the idea of constantly like nerfing and buffing something or a play style over and over and over again. It's just how it works as far as like what they want to do and what they think needs to be done as far as like design elements and stuff like that. And it's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea. It's
I
not.
honestly think that they should just correct the ranking as it was last season. Honestly, because it seemed like it
Mhm.
was more balanced and more fair. But that's just my opinion. I don't know competitive very well. I don't. This is actually like the first competitive game I played. I think besides Overwatch. Well, I've never played Overwatch competitive. I don't think. But yeah, like yeah, it's just frustrating. So frustrating, dude. It's like the
I
balls, the cojones that players have telling telling a healer to sacrifice their rank, like their opportunity to rank up
yeah
just to keep
for
them
the
alive so they can rank up. Like that's just not fair, dude.
yeah
That is so not
no
fair.
it's dumb. I would highly encourage people to probably like to like find groups and play in groups. That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah. And then
And
they have the cojones to say, please, we need a request a healer. Someone has to play a healer. It's
mhm.
like, oh, you need a healer. Oh, but unfortunately, we can't rank up. Sorry. Can't help you with that. It's so dumb, dude. Like, they really need to fix that. Now, yeah, dang it, I'm all heated now. I'm all heated. I was like, freak everybody. I'll just be DPS. See how they like it.
Well, and I mean, you have that. We've had this in a lot of games that have some form of like a baseline trinity. Is like usually somebody's getting screwed over, and that's so dumb because that only hurts the average player. That only hurts the average experience of people playing the game. It is not in any way, shape, or form like good for the long haul. And that's bad. You don't want that. You want people to be having fun and to feel like they're progressing together. If you don't have that, you're gonna run into the wall of like player retention. It's like I do an enormous amount of talking to people about when I do like game like consulting and stuff like that, and it's like some of the best info I have is like on like game retention. Is like it's like if you want to make retention, if you want to make it like actively meaningful, you can't sell the thing that makes it the most meaningful. So in a lot of games, transmog or like outfits is like one of the biggest status symbols within game. You start to sell that, you immediately destroy your like you can sell some, but like if you have like championship skins and then you give them away at other times during the years, like or let people buy them at other times, it's like that's not good. Now it's not good to like lock people out of forever being able to like get something. You want to have some level of that, but it's a very tightrope to walk, and it's very very difficult to like absolutely nail it. So yeah, problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's oh god. I thought the ranking system was fair in the first season, and then because they listened to the wrong people, now it's just making everyone unhappy. Well, actually, that's not true. The DPS people are very happy right now. I hope you guys enjoy the ranks you get in this season because I hope the next season, ooh, I hope the next season they fix everything and you go down in rank. I hope. I hope.
I guarantee you there's going to be somebody out there who's just sitting there going, yeah, we'll just get good. Like, obviously, you just got to like abuse other people to get what you want. I hate that mentality so much. It's so vile. It's so vile. Like we have enough to deal. We
Dude,
deal with that
ooh,
enough in the day to day life. They're
the
like,
only
yeah,
reason
but that's
The only reason you guys got ranked is because you were acting like Karens and complained to the manager and got things changed. That's the only reason
Mm-hmm.
why it's telling me to get good. You get good. I'm good at what I do. You just fuck me over. God, so frustrating. I'm trying not to get too passionate about it, but it's just like, I like this game, damn it, and I want to have fun, and I want to be good at what I do, and I know I'm good at what I do, but because I'm good at what I do, I can't rank up, and I'm like, no, it's just unfair, frustrating. Okay.
Don't doubt it.
Yeah. Have you anything to say about anything, Seb? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Uh, let me just check my notes here. No, I think that's it. Um, Sort of a shorter show. Obviously, Baldur's Gate is still killing it with stuff. Their final patch dropped. It's so cool. I'm waiting on a couple of class. I'm waiting on a class mod to get updated before I do my essentially sort of like my final playthrough. But there's a bunch of mods that need to get fixed of the base game because now that the mod tools are out to actually like mod like content into the game, we're gonna see, and there's some really cool projects that are working. I heard rumors that there's a big group that are actively trying to get upper Baldur's that like the upper city of Baldur's Gate to completely fill that out and to completely do a whole bunch of stuff with that. So cool, very excited, really looking forward to it. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do one more playthrough once my character class once my preferred character class is out, and then I don't know, maybe I might do two. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
Also, I
but yeah,
heard that not Baldur, Larian Studios is also doing two projects currently behind the scenes. I think one's,
yes, they are. One of them we're gonna get out way sooner than people think. So we're gonna get something from Larian. I'm leaning heavily towards like we're gonna be playing it in some way, shape, or form sometime next year. Like
I literally almost spat out my tea and went, what? Like, what? So we're
I
getting
I
something soon? I almost
I'm hearing
lost my sheep.
I'm hearing rumors. I'm gonna say take that with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna guarantee it. I'm just gonna say basically what I've heard is that one of the projects is smaller than the other project, and that's the one that they're trying to get out now. That makes really good sense. This isn't it's not necessarily a leak thing. It's like, does this make ridiculously good sense, as the South Park meme puts it. This is making just really good sense. Like, it's like, does it make really good sense? The answer is yes. Obviously it makes sense for them to put out to keep their name in the news, to keep their name in the minds of people. They put out their last patch in 2025, just recently for Baldur's Gate 3. Imagine if they had a product that they put out into early testing sometime next year. Well, now they're in the news. Like, you haven't gone a long period of time. It's not like them going, okay, we're retreating into the mountains, and 5 years later they come out with a new game. It's like, no, that's bad. You don't want to do that. You want to have some kind of like, hey, we're here, hey, we're here, hey, we're here, hey, we're here, and the whole time putting out really good content. That's what you want. That's what makes it good. Now, you know, will they do that? Obviously, time will tell because we've seen even the best companies fall on their face. But I think this is something you can 100% trust. I legitimately think as long as Larian is run by Sven, we're not going to get garbage. We're just not going to get garbage. I
Yeah,
think
that's what
this is.
I was getting a little worried because he said that his team is getting bigger and bigger and they're hiring
Mhm.
more people. And I'm getting a little concerned because that's kind of what the AAA industry kind of went down the road of. Like, they became
Right.
so big that it saturated its own ideas and IPs after a while. And that's what I'm a little worried about. But I know as long as Sven is still in charge, he'll keep the reins, held tightly. I just don't know. He's not going to be there the whole time. That's what I'm worried about. So that's just me foreseeing in the future. Like Sven can't be, the head forever. But
We're
I, but
don't
right.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna freeze them, and then we're gonna thaw them out every 6 years or every 4 years. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be he's gonna be game developer for life. Emperor of mankind. It's gonna be great. It's yeah.
Frozen Sven, tell us your wisdom. Give us your wisdom. What Lazy Clay Gamer said, whatever Larian Studios is working on, I'm super excited for it. Same. And Agnacarp, so what did I miss? Everything. You missed everything. I like Walt Disney's frozen head. Jesus. Is that even true, or is that like a myth? That's a myth, right?
That is a rumor I have heard, and I would definitely not put it past. Like I mean, legitimately, I would not. I like I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that his head is on ice, but again, it's like
I don't know. He was like very into futuristic stuff and like
yeah, oh yeah,
so
like
it's like
landed tomorrow was like a significant thing. Like he was very much into like the future, like future tech. Um,
a
yeah,
man
so I
before
don't
his
know. We'll
time.
see. Yeah, I don't think they had well, I mean, they still don't have the freezing technology right. Like, and it may not necessarily be freezing technology.
I
It
mean, the
might
way
actually.
there was someone who did like a video going into the specifics on how freezing anything of the human body is not actually good because especially the brain because it's because of the
Yeah.
synapses, the nerve synapses when it comes to memories and
Hmm.
stuff. So even if it is possible to unfreeze somebody, it's possible you won't remember anything because like the way that memories and body function and stuff works,
Well, we
it's like
don't we don't know any of that like 100%.
but that's just me spitballing.
Ash,
As far as I know with
Ash,
biology, that's just me spitballing. I'm not
yeah,
an expert. I'm not an expert.
Ash and I do talk about like a lot of this stuff, and like so just to get a little bit sciencey before we go, it's like we still do not know what consciousness is. We do not know how to define it. We do not know how to like quantify it, and it shares a and again, this is where we start to get into a little bit into like fringe science. It's like 100% we do not know how to even measure energy, or not measure, we don't even know how to explain what energy is. And there's a lot of correlations between energy and consciousness in like the pure mathematics of it. It's like brains need electricity to function. um is there something there? Could be that we're looking in a completely like could be that there we Fermi's paradox. Why don't we see aliens flying around building massive galaxy-sized structures everywhere? Well, because maybe we're looking in the wrong place. Maybe we should be looking into the sub one of the many sub dimensions of energy. Maybe that's where all the entities are. Maybe we're tapping into that when we sleep. Stuff like that. Like there's again, I'm like this is really fringe stuff, but nobody knows like 100% of anything. You know, I always laugh when people are like, "Oh, science has discovered all of the answers to everything." It's like, are you dumb? Like,
Yeah.
it's not even close. Like,
I mean,
it's not even
they're
close.
still discovering stuff about the human brain. Like there's like so much we still are learning about. Like it's very fascinating, honestly.
Yeah. So, so we have this kind of stuff. It's like, well, what can we do about it? That kind of stuff. It's like, well, we'll see. Like,
I like how
it's
Lazy Clay Gamer like was like, BRB, I'm back. What did I miss? We're literally on the same topic.
talking about brains and energy, but yeah, it, it's a good question. And it could be that you don't want to get frozen. It could be that you want to get digitalized, right? It's like there's a lot of different there's a lot of different things that are going down with science on these kinds of levels, and nobody's got a perfect solution or answer anywhere. So
Yeah. Lazy Clay Gamer said, in response to like Larian getting bigger as a studio. As the old saying goes, bigger isn't always better. That goes for both games and game studios alike. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think
but
that's.
at the same time though, it's like I listen to Sven talk a lot. I follow him on all the socials, and I hear what he is saying constantly, and I will say, hands down, 100%, he knows what he's doing. Now his team might be getting large, but I think he has really good commanders, like really good commanders, and I think that's probably one of the most important things you can have. So
Oh
yeah.
right. There is some. Oh wait. There's some VTuber drama. I don't know if you want me to
Oh
cover
yeah,
that.
he
It's
is super
so.
huge.
Oh my god.
Gura Gura retired.
Oh
I'm so
yeah.
sad for her. I
that
hope
was
she.
that wasn't the drama, or that was definitely one big event that did happen. But new drama dropped. New drama lore in the VTuber industry dropped. Wait, is she an indie VTuber? I can't remember. Where's Happy when you need him? Because he's like a
She
V.
is no. She was signed to a major label. That's why she quit. Is because she had disagreements with leadership.
Oh, I'm talking about
The leadership.
Cinder.
Oh, sorry, Cinder. That I don't know. I don't know for sure.
So for those of you unaware, I mean you're watching a VTuber right now, but for those of you not unaware, there's a very popular VTuber named Cinder who it recently came to light that she's been bad mouthing her friends and has purposely allegedly has purposely sabotaged her friends getting art or any type of model art, I believe, from a certain artist or maybe certain types of artists. And like apparently she got mad when one of her friends hired her editor. Like Cinder got mad that one of her friends hired Cinder's editor to help with their videos and stuff.
Mm, mm.
And it was so scummy because allegedly in the script there's so much receipts, dude. There's so much receipts of like leaked information of like not only Cinder but allegedly her manager, quote unquote, but some people believe that it's actually her boyfriend, that they're like together, and her boyfriend redacted, allegedly, uh redacted and Cinder both were talking to this artist, and they were saying, hey, don't work for these other VTubers, work for us. We'll pay you for we'll pay you we'll pay you. They won't, they don't respect you. They don't understand how much effort goes into making this art. They like literally gaslit this artist. They're like, it's crazy, allegedly. I say allegedly, there's a lot of screenshots of these conversations. So it's like, and it's like they poop talked a lot of very famous VTubers, especially I believe in the indie scene. There's Silvervale. Silvervale came out recently, and it was also discovered that Silvervale was one of the people bad mouths in the discussions. Silvervale is a very popular VTuber.
Was Silvervale one of the girls who played um Hogwarts when everybody was when all the like cancel culture people were trying to like
Oh yeah, they were trying to.
force
Yeah,
that down people's throat? Was
yeah.
that her or was that somebody else I was thinking of? Because that one of them who got it like hard, like she got it really, really,
I
really
think
hard.
I think something there was like drama with Silvervale, but I forgot what it was. I can't remember if it was between her and Iron Mouse. No, I think she got canceled for something, and Iron Mouse was like trying
What
to ease
if you go
ease the
after
burden.
Iron Mouse, you're a
Oh no 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 no
giant
no 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 no. There was
B
like
word.
they weren't like fighting each other. It was just
Oh,
that
okay.
like that they used to collab and then they stopped collabing and people were speculating like if something happened. But it's like they weren't fighting or anything. But uh I think it was Iron Mouse. It's been a while since I touched on Silvervale lore. Don't come at me, Silvervale fans. Like it's been years. I can't say it's been years. It's been a while since I uh heard about Silver Barrel being in the VTuber news. But uh no, I think it's confirmed they were dating. So okay, so Redacted and Cinder are actually dating, and Redacted is Cinder's manager. And apparently it's a thing in the VTuber scene that if you was it if you don't have if you're not a corporate VTuber and you have a manager, it's most likely you're dating that person. So it's like that was like kind of a confirmed unconfirmed thing, because if it's her manager, they're definitely dating.
Honestly, totally normal.
Yeah,
Like this has been going on in Hollywood for a really long time,
yeah.
and it's not that I don't like you got to date within your field sometimes, like not necessarily like you either date in your category or your field, right? Or your like
The
it's
close,
like what do you yeah,
yeah, close
like
people.
there's certain like branches at which like dating in is preferred because if you take like you take a doctor, right? You take a doctor who is a master level surgeon, right? Like he's this world famous surgeon. He makes like he makes $50 million a year doing brain surgery on like the most wealthy people on the planet. Whatever. I'm just using this as an example. Okay, it's like his dating field is going to be people who also make north of $40 million a year, or people that are in the medical industry, because if you have too much of a dis- different power imbalance, that kills the relationship and is extremely unhealthy. Not just for you, but also for the it's bad for both parties, right?
Yeah,
Like you have to have some level of like, oh yeah, no, this person has this or that experience or whatever. So it those are typically the ways that you go about it. It's not a perfect system by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just
I mean,
pointing it
yeah,
out, saying like this is the best practices essentially.
yeah.
Um, so yeah,
But
yeah,
with the Cinder drama, it just seems like, was it the receipts came out. The receipts, there are screenshots upon screenshots upon screenshots of her, Redacted, and an artist talking behind a lot of people's backs, and essentially Cinder
yeah,
stealing business away from other VTubers, and not just any VTubers, very fairly popular indie VTubers. And what was also atrocious is that one of the messages said, "It's just business." Like, she's doing all this
yeah. So,
backstabby stuff.
oh my goodness, that is gross. Now, people do I believe that this happens? You bet your butt I believe this stuff happens.
Oh yeah.
The like really like people like bickering over this kind of stuff. It's not just girls who do this. It's guys and girls. And
Yep.
I mean, you just look at like look at Johnny Somali or any of the nuisance YouTubers. It's like they are the biggest assholes in the world, and so of course you get this stuff, and you get a lot of like girls fight, you know the way that girls fight typically involves like character assassination or like stuff like that, or like limitation of access to resources and stuff like that, where it's like they remove somebody from like the social resources, that so like wanting to make sure that they don't get bigger than they are on social media, that kind of stuff. It's like this stuff, this is ingrained in human nature. It's part of the reason why we're broken and screwed up, and everybody's got to like you know learn to get the better, like learn to get better. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is 100% believe this totally happens. Absolutely, like
Yeah.
like
There was
100%.
actually there was some.
I'm not saying that this particular scenario is absolutely true, because somebody could just be smearing them, and that happens a lot too. So you do have
Yeah.
to be kind of careful with it. But it's like if the proof is there, then the proof is there, and it's like yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be that path one way or the other,
Yeah.
which
I
sucks,
mean, yeah.
obviously.
But was it? What was I gonna say? Oh, there were. What happened was like after the first accusations came out, then a flood work of things came out. Like it felt like everyone was jumping on the bandwagon, not to like come
Oh,
out to
that's
hate
not good.
Cinder, not to come out to hate Cinder, but they were talking about their experience with Cinder, and I can only assume it wasn't positive things. Like I feel
Mm,
like some people are like, there was this one interaction that I thought was weird, but I didn't put much stock to it. But then this came out where she's talking bad about all these people allegedly, and like, thinking back on it, it's starting to make more sense. You know what I mean? Like it's those kind of situations. Like everyone's coming out with Google Docs explaining their experience with Cinder and stuff like that, and how like some people had a bad feeling about her, but they ignored it, or she was doing some stuff, and they're like, "That's weird." You know what I mean? Like a lot of people had something to say about the Cinder situation, especially if she was it if she interacted with them in some way, like collabs or an acquaintance or whatever. Uh, Agnacarp said apparently people accuse Cinder of copying Silverveil's designs. I don't know about that, but some people did say, I did hear someone say that like one friend showed Cinder like a picture of their VTuber's outfit. They showed Cinder their VTuber's outfit, and then Cinder ended up like coming out with the same outfit. So some people said that she stole the outfit from another VTuber. And was it let me see. What was Oh, she recently came out with an apology, and I have it pulled up. I don't know if people want me to read it out on what Cinder said, but essentially in some tweets to the drama, because of course it's either if you say you need to say something to ease the drama, or you don't say anything and let the drama go on, wait a bit, and then say something. And so it's like she was like probably weighing her options, and she essentially decided to throw her boyfriend under the bus. In some tweets she's like, oh, Redacted was doing what he wanted, I had nothing to do with this. And then she released an actual Google Doc of her apology. But like I said, I've read a little bit of it. I haven't read the whole thing. I don't know if you guys want me to read it. I read it. It's long as hail. Oh, whoopsie. Wait, how long is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 pages. Ugh. God, that is a lot. I guess I'll just read a little bit of it. She said, there's nothing I can say to make this better, but I will try my best to properly convey my feelings, frustrations, and mistakes. I'd like to explain my point of view and apologize to each party affected. Redacted has been my co-content creator since I began making content, managing all aspects of what I do, and being a major part of why I'm here. We have also been in a relationship since the start of my endeavors. See, at least she admitted that. At least she admitted that. Because some people like to play this game where they pretend they don't have a significant other so they can play up the parasocial relationship between her and her viewers. She's like, I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. Do you guys want to be my boyfriends? Like,
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
doing the yeah, the girlfriend experience. Yeah.
Yeah, usually once people find out that you're dating someone, you start losing viewers. Unfortunately, it happens to female streamers a lot. It's unfortunate, but it does. That's why I'm like, if I
Which is
ever date
so
someone, I'm gonna be freaking straight up. Cause like, if I ever date someone, I'm gonna be so straight up with it. Because why are you here if you're not here to watch my content? Like, yeah, like
exactly.
that shouldn't be the reason why you're here. But anyways,
It's so weird. It's like the crazy people who like fall in love with like the old movie stars, right? It's like that. It's like the person's never met you. They're not acting for you on the screen. Like that's not how this works. That's not like you can't possibly think that this is how this works.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, sorry. I forgot I could just show you guys. Ignore my tabs. Ignore all the tabs I have on YouTube. Like, ignore that. Anyways,
oh wow,
no,
some of those tabs. Really, that site? I had no idea.
no, look at it. Anyways, uh, oh, sorry. Maybe I need to make myself a little
And
bit
by
smaller.
that site, I of course mean hamsters.
Yeah,
The
of course. Yeah, of
pet
course. Hamsters.
collection of hamsters, because we all know what kind of content you normally look at. So that's not a
Yeah.
surprise at all.
No, not that. Agnicarp said the difference between Cinder's document and the others is that they have screenshots and receipts while she only has words. Ugh, that's not good. Ugh, that's not good. So
Yeah,
it's literally she has no backup for this. Uh, Reaver, yeah. So my boyfriend took me out to eat, and yesterday I went grocery shopping with my boyfriend, and I also had a dentist appointment where my boyfriend joined me. Be quiet, Agnicar. I won't be that annoying about it. I think. I think. Uh,
there's a lot of couples online. Like, oh, this is a great example. I just watched. I watched the first minute of it, so I don't know what it's all about. But MXR and his girlfriend Jeannie came back to, or Panda, whatever her name is, like whatever she
oh,
uses
oh yeah. I
for
heard
her
about
screen
them.
name. Yeah, they just posted, they because they left YouTube like a while ago, like completely stopped putting new content up on YouTube. It was a decision that they made, very difficulty with a lot of difficulty, because it was um obviously it's like they didn't like making that, but YouTube became so hostile to them, which is totally true. I
Oh
I'm
yeah, because YouTube
I
kept
know that there's
demonetizing
people
them,
at
right?
YouTube. Yeah, I know there's people at YouTube who hate them, hate Henry with a passion, like a really unhealthy passion level of like
Why?
despising, because he used to make lewd content, right?
Oh,
Like, and he used to make jokes, like, somewhat sort of like offensive jokes. If you're into like, purity, and you're marching down the street with your with all your buddies, and you're all, you're chanting like death to the, insert whatever group that you're trying to exterminate. It's like, yeah, you resort to that stuff all the time. So yeah, it's a big problem. Um, but yeah, they had it constantly. Like, it was like every day. It was like, and it was the most obvious stuff. It's like, Twitch has these rules that they don't enforce equally. They've got all this other stuff that they don't, that they don't, that they they're constantly not enforcing things in a proper, legitimate way.
mm,
They're playing games with people.
yeah.
And this is extremely, like, this is disgusting. Like, my humble opinion, it's very disgusting to have um to create a system that drives people to madness, especially when you're taking advantage of their mental illness. It's like, you people are scum. Like, anybody who does that, they're scum.
Yeah.
um and that happened a lot. And it's like, yeah, these people, they go on this power trip, and it's really, really, really scary how these people will just, like, they're so dedicated to the idea of just crushing somebody that they hate, ruining their chance to live, period. Not just like, forcing them out of the industry. It's like, no, 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 they hunt them to the ends of the earth. They're like, who's the guy who chased the whale? Call
But
Me Ishmael.
it's not. Yeah, I was like, it's not Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Well, yeah, Moby Dick. It's
No,
like,
I mean the whale was called Moby Dick. I don't know what the
oh, was it?
captain's name was.
I thought the captain was called Moby Dick.
No, that was the name of the whale. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, I'm
Google.
clearly haven't read this for about 30 years, so yeah,
Um,
just bear with me. But yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like, there's some people who will chase you to the ends of the earth.
Captain
And
Ahab.
Captain Ahab, there we go. Captain Ahab. I did know that. I'm crazy. But yeah, that's the problem, right? That's the thing. That's the unhealthy obsession that people get in a ton of different categories, and they cause a whole bunch of problems because of that.
Yeah.
So
Also, there was also another rumor that Cinder cheated on her boyfriend, redacted, with someone else. Like she was smexting someone else. So there was that drama going on. So I kind of feel bad a little bit, tiny bit, very tiny bit, because Redacted is
Mhm.
obviously an a-hole, but because he gaslit a poor artist into, not being of service to other VTubers. But like, he's essentially being thrown under the bus, and they're probably gonna maybe break up, like from the way that she's talking. Oh, uh, sorry. Instead of me just saying stuff, let me read her apology to you. Uh, Redacted has been my co-content creator since I began making content, making all aspects of what I do, and being a major part of why I'm here. We have also been in a relationship since the start of my endeavors. It's no secret that many VTubers choose to keep their public and personal lives separate, and I'm no different. As of yesterday, he is no longer working with me, and I have not extensively discussed any of this with him. Ooh, so he's like finding out about this. Oh, that's nasty. That was nasty of her to say that. She literally publicly, blatantly said that he's fired and he doesn't know it. And I'm telling you this. Why would you say that, Cinder? You're not making yourself look good. Where our personal situation goes from here will be figured out between us privately. Sure, okay. I never intended to mention us publicly, but given that the claims are out there, I want everyone to know I'm taking this seriously. Sure, okay. After years okay, let me give her some grace. Let me give her some grace. After years of working on everything together, his hyper business oriented outlook warped his hyper business oriented outlook warped my view of what it is I should be doing. Wow, she is throwing him under the bus. Wow. Okay. And what should be important to me as I navigate this career path. I have a terrible work-life balance as it is. Okay, fair enough. Most VTubers do. And being around projects and streams all day, every day, made me lose sight of the point. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. It took all of this happening to me. Oh, sorry. It took all of this happening for me to realize this behavior isn't normal or healthy, and it's not an outlook I want to have. This doesn't absolve me of the things I've willingly done wrong and went along with, or the way I've treated people who were fully undeserving. I don't know. It feels like she's putting most of the brunt on Redacted, and she's like, oh, I just got lost in the sauce, guys. For it, like, I don't know. It feels like she's like putting it all on Redacted and then just like softening the blow for herself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that would be normal, fairly normal behavior when it comes to people acting a fool in this regard.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Uh, in regards to Nanolith, for the majority of the time working with her, Red, as in redacted, was the one almost solely doing the commission. Sorry, doing the communication. I think Nanolith was the artist. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let me see if. Uh, I gotta go to work. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Okay, bye, lazy clay gamer. Have a good one. Oh no, she. Oh no, she
Ah.
did. It's in the doc. You're going to see a lot of finger pointing. That's basically the whole doc. Wow. Okay. Uh, Red was the one almost solely doing the communication about new plans and negotiations through his private DMs. But I thought there was some. I thought there was some communication between Cinder and the artist as well. It wasn't just Red. Or am I wrong in thinking that? Nano had a project server we were all a part of where the actual art and models were worked on, but the conversations were focused around the work itself. That's not true. That's not true. There's literally receipts of, unless she's talking about the DMs is where all the smack talking was happening and not on the server. Uh was it? But the conversations were focused around the work itself. I was not fully aware of the extent of Red's manipulation over Nano's commission decisions, and I should have been more diligent in my oversight. Okay, every time I had been told that Nano had agreed to work on a new commission with me, it had been willingly and with excitement. I don't know about that. From my point of
There's stuff going on here that we have no idea about. The way that she's talking about this kind of stuff, I kind of get the feeling that she's like leaning towards something in particular. Oh, this is very interesting.
I feel like she's gaslighting us. I feel that's what the weird vibe I'm getting from this. I feel like
Uh,
she's like,
Possibly, when I say there's something going on here, it's like something other than what she's telling us
yeah.
directly. Like she's
I
alluding to things that are
now
very interesting.
we haven't seen the receipts, but I I've seen the receipt. This is just her apologizing. So this is her point. This is her perspective. This is her point of view.
Hmm.
From my point of view, I just said that. From my point of view, it was that she genuinely wanted to be working on these things. I wanted to work with Nano as much as I possibly could, making her art the face of my brand. We had come to the conclusion that it'd be in my best interest to talk with Nano about making more time for my projects by negotiating with her to cut out other work. Did she just
Oh
admit?
yeah,
Did she just admit that?
There's
Did she
the
just
whole
admit
you're
that?
working for me. You're not working for
Did she
anybody
just
else.
fucking
You're
admit that?
working for me now.
Bro, she just. Oh my god, she just fucking admitted that. Oh my god. Ultimate gaslighter. Bro, she just admitted it. About making more time for my projects by negotiating with her to cut out other work? Are you insane? You're literally asking her to make you a top priority. Oh my god. This was wrong for us to push onto her. Okay, at least she admitted it, guys. This was wrong for us to push onto her, and it was wrong to the other creators who wanted the chance of working with her. Oh, good lord. There was only one specific creator we were responsible for naming and pressuring Nano into reconsidering projects with, not an entire list. I I think that's wrong. I think there was like at least,
Well,
if I remember correctly,
again,
there was like three names that were dropped.
the dirtbag boyfriend, if that's the case. And again, it's like it could be like he's the primary problem person in this scenario. Could be that she's the primary problem person in this scenario. You never know. You
Or
never know who
maybe
you can trust,
or maybe
obviously.
they're both dirtbags. Or
Or
maybe
they're both dirtbags. Like
maybe they're both
that's
dirtbags.
totally an option as well. Like, I mean, shocker, and
Yeah.
again, it's like discovering that somebody's a dirtbag.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Bought the T-shirt. Have the you know
Yeah. She shoots.
got the season got the season pass. Yep.
Yeah. She shoots herself in the foot so much. Yeah. Uh. Wait. Oh God, I lost my place. There was only one specific person we press. She's just admitting it. There was only one, at least one. That doesn't make you look good if you just, oh, it's not three as everyone's saying, but one in specific that we wanted her not to work with. Ma'am, you are not helping your case. You are not helping your case, dude. Yeah, we kind of pressured into her making, maybe prioritizing us. And yeah, maybe we pressured her into not working with one person. Like, you're not helping yourself. Who was the one person? Because I'm pretty sure she was friends with her either way. I'm pretty sure it was one of Cinder's friends. There was only one specific creator we were responsible for naming and pressuring Nano into reconsidering projects with, not an entire list. Sure, okay. I believe you, sure. Of her own volition, Nano canceled a large portion
Large portion. Oof.
of her own volition. You literally just said that you pressured her. What do you mean of her own volition? You literally just said that you pressured her to focus on you only and to not work with one specific person. What do you mean of her own volition? You literally just admitted it. Nano canceled a large portion of her model commissions last September. However, the claim that I was just using her is wrong. I've always treated Nano with respect and as my friend. Ooh, we all know how she treats her friends. We all know how she treats her friends. This is great. But Reaver was only one person of her own volition after admitting to pressuring her. That was my reaction. Yeah, dude, for real. She's my friend, guys. As she totally backtalks all of her friends behind their back and like steals business away from them. I'm sure she treats her friends well. I did give her a lot of work, and we did everything we could to accommodate her schedule if she needed more time or a break. It even helped her with her own project payments multiple times. I financially sustained her, guys. I financially sustained her. After forcing her to give up most of her job commissions, I sustained her. I've invited her on my stream. See, I even got her name out there, guys. I've invited her on my stream, and I've sent her my merch. Guys, I've sent her my merch. Guys, I sent her my merch. Don't you understand? We're friends. And things she's made for me. I've sent her merch and things she's... Wait, what? I've sent her my merch, and I've sent her things she's made for me. Why would you send it to her when she made it for you? I don't know. That's weird. That was a weird sentence.
Like when she, I think what that means is like when she makes something for her on contract to like put on like say a coffee mug, right? So
that okay.
You order the coffee mug and then you send it to her going, here's the thing that you made that goes on the coffee mug, here's the coffee mug for free. That's like baseline, absolutely like the most basic thing you can do for a person who's creating content for you. It's like, of course you do that. Like that's just normal human decency, people.
And I was always open to talking to her about things outside of our projects in the instances we would message each other. See, we even talked about other things besides, working together. Besides working together, we're friends, guys. Regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiations of their eventual agreement, and I had no knowledge of Bao and Cotton? Bao and Cotton are other indie VTubers who are very big on the scene right now. I had no knowledge of Bao and Cotton being included in this list. Regarding this, I had made no part in the direct negotiations. I had no idea. So they were name dropped. They were name dropped. What are you talking about? She just said that there was only one person, and then you're saying there's more people. What? So there were people. Oh, but you didn't know about it. You didn't know. If you said there was no list, and now you're saying there's a list. You said that there was no list, and now you're saying now there's a list. In this list. I wasn't part of it. Sure. If I had known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. How did she find out about Guys, I did the bare minimum. Jesus.
Yeah, it's like you get somebody to like write a book for you or something like that, or like, it's like the bare minimum you do is you give them a copy of the thing that they created. Like, that's absolutely ludicrous to just say no. Like, what? Like no, just bad. So bad. So arrogant.
I was only aware of it being about one person who I was unfairly pursuing. Who was the one person, Cinder? Who was it? Who was the one person? If there was only one person, everyone's name's getting dropped now. Might as well drop the name. Who was it? Oh, but there's so many names dropped. I guess we're just gonna have to try to figure it out ourselves. Because it was only just one person, right? When Nano had messaged me about this agreement almost a month later, I was under the assumption this was only about Silvervale.
There she goes. Kind of
She
outed herself
fucking
again.
said it. I was egging her on and she fucking did it. I was like, say it. Who's the person you pushed out? She fucking said Silvervale. Oh my god. Cinder tried not to tell on her challenge. Failed miserably. Guns measurable. Jesus. Oh god. This is, oh my god, I can't. She's just, oh my god, this is great. Okay, this is great. I was upset and my initial messages to her were very guilt trippy. Why would you say that? I don't think your lawyer looked over this, Did they? I was upset and my initial messages to her were very guilt trippy. They were. I don't think this was PR approved. I don't think this...
I gotta get going here soon. But
oh, sorry.
That just so did she? So what's the synopsis of this? Like, is she actually sorry for what she's done, or is she kind of brushing this off as like, dude, you just don't understand? Like I was under a lot of stress. I became a dirtbag because it's like I gotta make the monies, right? Like,
yeah.
Like. I'm committing crimes for like, if it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else. Is that what she's saying, or is she like genuinely like? I don't think she's genuinely sorry because she hasn't said like, look, I am so sorry that this happened.
This is like classic narcissistic behavior, and I know people throw narcissistic around
like that, pretty heavily.
Yeah, people say that narcissism is a word that's thrown around a lot, but you don't realize how some people are so unaware of the things they say. Like, unless you have experience with a narcissist, like some of them are just so unaware. Like, they say the strangest things and you're like, wait a second, what did you just say? Like, they say the weirdest things. Like, it's crazy. They literally self-report almost. This is insanity. She's like, I did do these things, but it's like, what but? You did these things. What but? You did do these things. You hurt all these people. You were back-talking your friends. You stole business from your friends. You literally admitted it. You said so. We're reading your apology. That's what it says in the apology. This is crazy, dude. It's so crazy. This is crazy. Like she's like, it's everyone else's fault but my own. That is legit what she's saying.
Trust me, guys. Trust me.
Not gonna lie, I think she didn't tell anyone about her apology. It seems like she's trying to be sorry but can't help making excuses.
Yeah, that's when you know that somebody's not actually sorry. They're not sorry that they're not sorry that they did something wrong and that they hurt somebody. They're sorry that they got caught.
Yeah, they're sorry that they got caught. It's just they're God darn it, I was gonna say something, but I totally brain farted on it. But yeah, we only made it to page 2. I just want you guys to know. We only made it to the second page.
7 pages, right?
And it's 7 pages. Yeah. This is insanity. But yeah, like, goodness gracious, I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. That was only a small bit of it. But I honestly don't think that she knows how to be humble. I think that's the issue here. She doesn't see that she did anything wrong, and she was like, yes, I did all these things, but da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, bro, just accept the L. You're dunzos. You're dunzos. I don't know. I mean, I can't say her career's ruined. I've heard of VTubers coming back from worse stuff, so it's like, I don't know. I don't know if she's totally done, but it's definitely going to take her a long time to build up her career again. I'm just saying. But this is pretty crazy. She needs an ego check, most likely, you know. But yeah, that was just a little, you know, little drama going on the side. Was there anything else you want to say before we end the stream?
No, that's it. I gotta get running.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you're at. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, that went pretty good, I think. So
Yeah, that went good. I wasn't sure if I should like cut off this